continuing on our adventure. We were stuck in the Infinity... Well, not really stuck in the Infinity Dungeon. What we're doing is I'm trying to level up. There is also a time limit in this game. You get the odd feeling that something is wrong with your perception of this room, but can't seem to tell what it is from just looking around. Oh, I think I might have took a perception hit. I don't know. Perhaps. Possibly. That one is some rooms actually have chances of succeeding. If your certain stats are high enough, you will actually receive bonuses. One of them is you're in a room surrounded by mirrors. You can't stand your sight. Thus, all the mirrors smash, and your willpower will actually go down by 1. I think it's willpower. It's wisdom. Sorry, it's your wisdom or willpower. This stat here will go down by 1. But I think if your appearance is high enough, you'll actually say you like what you see, and it will actually increase by 1. So that's a show in hands where some stats can affect you negatively if they're too low already, or positively if your stats are high. However, there are other ways that it'll falter for you, but we'll discover those later. Let's move on. I'm going to continue boosting my concentration because I want to continue generating as much mana as possible. I'm going to boost listening and give myself a little bonus to healing, because healing is one of those stats that you're going to use constantly through the game. Oh god, claw bugs punch straight through your armor. They do not think of armor. So they hit you, they will hit for full damage. At the bottom you'll see DV and PV. DV is like dodge value, I believe, and PV is protection value. DV may be different, but dodge value works. Dodge value means how likely you are to avoid being hit. So the higher that is, the less likely you're going to hit. Protective value is how much anything hits you will be reduced by. So I think if we're having 2, I might get reduced the damage by 2, or it might be a whole different system. I personally go for let's not get hit at all. So I will focus on getting more DV than PV. So what I'm going to do is because I leveled up, I actually unlocked a whole bundle of new spells. Fireball, which is an area of effect spell, which everything around me just goes kaboom! Frostbolt is like... Oh no, Firebolt was my new one. Frostbolt and Firebolt are both technically the same spell. You point it in a direction and you fire, and it will destroy everything in that direction. Up till the maximum range where it'll just fizzle out. It will actually go through enemies. I'm just going to burn that guy. There we go. And I'm going to burn this ghost as well. To give you a bit more idea, it's a very piercing attack. Also, just to put out, some spells also have a bonus, where, say, Frost, it will actually, if you're standing next to a water tile and you cast a Frostbolt over the water tile, it will freeze the water. But there's a chance that I think it's affected by how high level your spell is. If you've got a low level spell, the water might shatter, and you'll fall through and start drowning if you don't have a swimming skill. Oh, sorry, you're hearing a kitten. She's a bit meowing because I'm talking to someone and she can't see who I'm talking to, and she demands attention. So, you might sporadically hear her meowing. There's not much I can do about that. There is not much I can do. If she wants to meow, she can damn well meow. To give you also a tip, one thing to do when you're opening and closing doors is to do it from the side. It's simple enough to do. If you just hit the direction of the door, you will... Oh, I don't open it. But some traps, like if the door falls, it will fall immediately on the tile next to the door. So if I tried to open the door here and it trapped, it would fall on me. Now, you can avoid those, but sometimes items can get crushed. And if you've got like a very, very valuable item, you don't... Ooh, that's an ogre. Ogres, some corpses have a chance to boost your stats. Ogre corpses can actually boost your strength. Sometimes it can. Again, most things that have a benefit also weigh up with equal odds of a negative. Often it's like, for example, if I drink a potion of potential strength or potion of strength or courageous, they will increase my stats if they are non-cursed and non-blessed, just neutral potion. However, unfortunately, if it's cursed, it will reduce my stats, but if it's blessed, it will increase it quite a significant amount. So, making sure you have like scrolls of detect curse are very valuable. And identity. One thing to know: in most games that have scrolls of identity that I have played, you can only identify one item at a time. In this game, you identify all items of that type. So, example, if I wanted to identify an amulet, but I had 10 amulets that I hadn't identified, it would identify every single one of them. And I think that's a very nice touch. However, I shot the wrong way. I'm actually playing this on a laptop, so my directional skills are quite poor because I've only got the 1 to 0 keys. I don't have a nice numpad. These are just webs. You can run through them. They just might hold you in place for a couple of turns, but you break through them and they disappear. Oh, ooh, that could have been bad. I'll just burn them. Level 6. Sorry for all the ums. I am trying to think of this game, because if you're watching this, either you know how to play, or you might be curious how to play, or you've just somehow stumbled across my channel, or you're watching these videos. And I think this game is very entertaining, but as all roguelikes, very difficult learning curve, very difficult to get into. But you will actually respect it, if that makes sense. Like, you'll respect how difficult it is, because you will feel a sense of achievement for succeeding. I'll improve my swimming and climbing. I've got another skill. Thankfully, because I unlocked a skill that unlocked more power points for me, I could unlock extra ones that are for power points. For example, strong magic, +2 to all damage caused by spells, which I find is very nice, or strong aura, +6 power points. Always good. However, shield specialist, which increases my DV, shield specialist is M, which increases my DV when wielding a shield. There are a lot of things here that you think, regenerates power points faster. I have never seen that one. I'm going to take that. I have to say, regenerating. I'll try and get to my announcements. What you just saw there is, if you pause, if you go back in the video and see it, you'll see your muscles feel stronger. What's happened is my strength value has passively increased because I am straining my muscles. I am carrying more than my character should be able to carry. There are some negatives to that, is that you're slower because you're carrying more. But your chance to increase your muscles increases, so if you're carrying a lot more. So much so that your speed drops down to 80, which I think is the lowest your speed can go while you're over your burden limit. I'll just show it. There's my total weight that I'm carrying, is 1,386. But there's my carrying capacity. I could only carry 1,300. I think you can go up to 50% more than your carrying capacity. I'll be able to go up to about 1,800-ish, and I'll still be able to move. If I go over that, I'll be over encumbered, and I'll just stop on the spot, and then I'll need to either eat some of the stuff. Oh, I'm poisoned. Anyway, I'll just continue talking. I'll try and get into poison afterwards. So basically, the more stuff you carry, the more likely you are of getting a strength up, until your character has reached the point where whatever you're carrying has decreased to underneath the limit. And underneath the limit is where your speed is 100, and you're non-encumbered. You don't have burdens, strains, or such status effects. Oh, that's a barbarian. So I will test out, Frostbolt or Firebolt. Firebolt takes less PP, but Frostbolt does have a nice... Frostbolt used to be my favourite, because Necromancers often started off with it. And I really, really liked the idea of being a Necromancer. but had the downside of you could only learn spells from books. You did have some. Oh, ouch, that hurt. You did have some lovely bonuses, like you could raise dead slaves that would wander around, kill things for you. You wouldn't get any experience from it, which could be beneficial and bad at the same time. Because sometimes you don't want to over level, and other times you want to make sure that I don't know. I like leveling up, but I just read a few things that said, "Oh no, you shouldn't level up so quickly." So that's what I say to that is poopy. And I'm just going to make sure I've got some range on these guys. Oh, I accidentally cast Fireball. What happens is it's not disappeared. It's just removed from my list because I don't have any points to cast it with. I've ran out of the how many casts I have available to me. I'll get it back next time I level up. Unfortunately, by then I'll only have maybe enough to cast once or twice tops. Gonna keep the fire resistance on. I think at level 7, or unless I've got it now, I get an intrinsic. And intrinsics are passive abilities. And in this game, there are so many different levels of passive abilities. There are resistances to certain attacks, like fire, cold, and electricity, such like that. Or there's like teleport control and teleportitis kind of deal, where you can teleport anywhere you want across the map, and you have control. Like, for example, you could have teleport control, but not passive teleporting abilities. So the only way you can teleport is if you fall over a teleport trap or an enemy tries to teleport you. Or you perhaps find a wand that will... Oh, see, that's me being silly. I just used a fire spell on a fire beetle, which they resisted because they're immune to fire. I do believe... No, sorry, they can still hurt me. And I just did a silly thing again. I just sort of... Oh, yeah, he can't hurt me. He can hit me, but he can't actually hurt me. As you can see down at the bottom here, he hit me, but my HP stayed at 6. I also lost the poison. I'll get onto that as soon as I can. Which shows that he was able to hit me, but to no effect. I resisted his attack because he's fire, and I'm fire resistant because of a ring. As my character levels up, an elementalist has passive level bonuses. So when he reaches a certain level, he'll become immune to fire. He'll become immune to cold and immune to lightning. So all the elements he cannot be hurt with. And all of the characters have these types of abilities where... damn. I don't think I got the intrinsic for first level of resistance. You always feel very hot if you eat something like that. I think it's the equivalent of eating a very hot Mexican chili, or ouch! Oh, that sucks. But it's good timing. I was needed to close this video anyway. This is a problem with me. Is I'm very quick with these games. I like to chop through them as quickly as possible. Because I'm impatient and I play a lot of action-orientated games. You know, your Call of Duties, Warcraft 3 Tower Defenses, where you need to be some forms very quick and on the ball to make sure you get it. And this game is turn-based. It does not passively take over with, and I'm not pushing the keys. Like, if I just sat and in the tunnel and didn't move, that firebug will have still been in the exact same spot and will not have moved. So it would have given me time to sit and think. So that's one of the things. If you want to play this game, be patient, take your time, and think. And try to learn every time you die. I'll just sort of quickly browse through so you guys can see it. I was slightly tainted by chaos. I fell into a chaos trap. Try to avoid chaos traps at all times. There we go. And there's episode 1. 166 experience points. So, I hope you enjoyed the second series, or episode 2 and 2.1 and 2.2 of Adom. I look forward to doing the next game for you guys, and I'll see you then. Have fun, and peace out.